Hey, it's time to Dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. I dish everything healthy lifestyle here. Currently, we are doing the Weight Watchers personal points plan with a blue twist. Just saying. So today is Saturday and I go into my weekly meeting. I do attend workshops in Turnersville, New Jersey with the lovely Marianne. So if you're in the local area and you want to go to Turnersville at 8:30 on Saturday, come join us there. It's a lot of fun. You definitely will love it. So yes, I am a meeting person. So I'm just not reading this. I attend meetings. So yeah, I take Marianne's take and my take and I combine them to I can, we give it the take. So again, this is just my opinion of what the Weight Watchers topic of the week is. You don't have to agree with me. It's just something to, let you know. The recipe of the week, I think this is it because I grabbed the ones. I haven't been to a sit-down workshop in quite a while. I didn't realize how long it's been. I've been away and stuff. Everything chicken stuffed with scallion cream cheese. So it's like everything bagel chicken. And it comes to 3 to 6 points depending on your personal points. And there's your little QR code. It looks really good. I like coating on my chicken. Hey, I bred my chicken, people. So how did you do this week, Dee? Well, here's the thing. I haven't weighed in there. So I guess I weighed last week. But, yeah. Why didn't it take? I don't know. Well, I was down 3.6 pounds. Is it all from this week? No. I think it's a combination of last week and this week. Because for some reason my weight wasn't in my app, which was crazy. So they adjusted everything. So my weight is now in my app. For some reason it wasn't in there. But yeah, 3.6. Into the next decade I go. Yep. I've had a really good attitude lately. So I really think that's made the difference. I say that all the time. It's up here. And if you are positive, good things happen. Did I use 3.6 this week? No, it definitely was a combination of a lot of things. But you know what? I am doing the plan and I'm attacking it. I don't know what attacking. I'm living it in a different mindset. I am saying I think I went into a diet mode where I wasn't eating this. I wasn't eating that. Why not? I stopped with the counting of fruit. Now I'm going to tell you something and I don't encourage this. This is just what I'm doing. And I don't want to sit there and say, this is what I'm touting and you should do it. You need to do what's best for you. So what I'm doing is I have it rigged up in the app to have 24 points a day. I'm not even talking about my 0 point foods because it doesn't matter. Because what my 0 point foods are in my head is chicken, fish, yogurt, eggs, tofu, which I never have anyway, beans, corn, all vegetables, starchy and non-starchy, and fruit. Yes, I have all the blue items in my head as 0 points. So if I eat fruit, do I count it? No. Is it in my app to count? Yes, but I don't. Do I have more than 1 or 2 servings of fruit a day? I rarely even have 1 serving. It's the occasional banana I'll throw in breakfast or something, but I'm not gorging on fruit and not counting it. But I feel the blue plan didn't count it and I did really well. So why am I, again, making myself nuts with that? Again, the attitude. So like I said today, I feel like I'm not wrapping myself around it. I need to do what I know how to do. Sometimes you forget about that. Sometimes you get so into what's there that you forget what you're doing. And we all know, especially if you've been doing Weight Watchers a long time or any kind of lifestyle, you know what to do. You just need to remember what you did. That's why sometimes it's nice to go back and look. So I go back and look at old videos. I have old videos to look up, so that's helpful. Yeah, start a YouTube channel. Document your weight loss somewhere. And that's what I've done with this channel. That's what this channel is. It's documenting my last 50 pounds of my weight loss. Here, I wish I would have started this channel in the very beginning. I probably should. In hindsight, I wish I had, but I didn't. But yeah, I can go back and I have history to look at. So I was really happy. I think I said a few weeks back, I'm having smoothies. I don't have them a lot. Maybe 1 every other week. I make smoothie bowls. I haven't had one this week at all. So last one I had was last week. I had 1. It's a smoothie bowl. It's some fruit. It's some yogurt. Some protein powder. It's not something that it's like I'm not having a hot fudge sundae. So I have to look at things, with different eyes and a different mindset that this is a really good option to have. Is it bad for me? No, but I think we're so geared to thinking, oh my God, blended fruit, we can't have blended fruit because we have to count it. And when we have to count something, it makes us not want to eat it. Hence why I think a lot of people go to calories because they're not eating enough, because they're staying away from the pointed items because they're too high in points. Like, and I've said this before, like a coconut milk, coconut nog from last year. Half a cup was 5 points. That's half a cup, which is nothing. But it's 5 points. So if you wind up having that and counting that 5 points, you've taken half a point, a quarter of your points for the day. And it's 90 calories. Did I mention that? So I think those things mess with us. So we wind up not eating enough, and we have to remember that we have weekly points. We have things. And remember, it's always good to look at the calories. Like I say, calories are only one item of that food. If you really want to count, you need to count everything. Counting calories really doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't. I talked to a lot of people who wind up overeating in calories, eating crap. That's what calorie counting does. It makes you eat the things that really aren't the best, unless you're going to count macros. It's important to count protein, fiber, carbs, fats, sugars. It's important to know those numbers. They mean something. Calories really don't. Hence why the Weight Watchers has an algorithm, because they take everything and they give it a points based on what they think is important. They think high protein is important, high fiber is important, low sugar is important, low carbohydrates are important. So those things make a point, make or break a point. So definitely don't just jump on a bandwagon because somebody's doing something and it's, oh my God, they're doing well, so maybe that's what I need to do. You need to do what works for you and what you can continue to do. That's because I say this all the time. I don't look about where I'm at. I look about where I need to be and how do I get there and stay there. It's consistency. It's something you need to be able to do. And I know for me, the point system works when I follow it the way I know how. Sometimes it gets in your head. It does. And that's one of the things that we have to work on, getting out of our own head. That's what this video should be called. My video could be like this. My thumbnail, getting out of our own head, because I think a lot of us are way too deep in our own head. We are. So let's get to Beth James O'Keefe's topic of the week. How to make breakfast work for you. I love breakfast. I adore breakfast. Now, we were talking today that she said some people just don't eat breakfast. And if you don't eat breakfast, does that mean you're going to lose any different? No. But again, you have to consistently not have breakfast down the line. Don't not have it now and then decide to have it, 2-3 years from now. I like breakfast. What does breakfast mean? It means break the fast. So I kind of fast from after dinner to breakfast. So when I'm up and I want breakfast, I wake up, I'm hungry. Am I mind hungry or belly hungry? I think I'm belly hungry because I really, really, really love breakfast. And I'm really hungry. Because like I said, my last piece of food is normally like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So breakfast is usually between 8 and 9. So that's, 13, 14 hours? So I'm ready. And I think too, when we have space between meals, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and we have lesser food, instead of having more food in lesser time, you can metabolize it a lot better, especially the older you get, the pancreas, and if you give your body a whole shit ton of food, yeah. You ever notice sometimes you feel tired after you eat? That's your body slowing you down because it can't process what you ate. So it has to slow you down. You get like, why am I so tired? Because your body is so busy processing that food, it makes you tired. So rule of thumb has always been 6 small meals versus 3 large meals. So I try to, I'm not always hungry for a snack, but if I'm hungry between breakfast and lunch, I have a small snack. Now that could be a piece of fruit. It could be one of the protein cookies. It could be a little mini bar. It could be hard-boiled egg. This all depends on what I feel like. But I try to keep it 0 to maybe 2 points for the snack. If I'm hungry between lunch and dinner, which I normally am, I think because I do a lot of exercise in the afternoon and I need to refuel. And that's a huge thing too. If you're exercising, you need to burn, you're burning calories. You need to refuel. Don't sit there and wait till dinner and think, oh, I can't, I need to lose weight. No, that's not the answer. Meal skipping is never the answer, because let me tell you something. You're going to be able to eat that way the rest of your life? I doubt it. So why not give your body good stuff? And there's definitely things that you could have for snacks. Rice cakes, hummus and vegetables and ranch dip. That's what I usually gravitate towards in the afternoon. Maybe a protein drink, a Premier 2 or 3 points. I can get like what, 20 to 30 grams protein. You get the powdered protein mix and put it in some almond milk. Almond milk is a point. Sometimes the powders are 2 and 3 points depending on the brand. That's still 3 points. Not that much. When you think of calories, most proteins are like, for us, the ones we seem to gravitate towards are probably under 200 calories because we're not looking to bulk up like people who really hardcore work out, the weightlifters and all. Their proteins are like 200, 300, 400 gram calories. But we're having the smaller ones with the milk. What's the milk? 50 calories. So you're having maybe a 220 calories, do you want to talk calories? Snack. Is that going to make or break you? It's not. But it's definitely going to fuel you and keep you satisfied and keep that metabolism chugging away. So I'm talking way too much about it. I need to talk about what that's going to do. Let's see what she has to say. The jury's still out whether it's actually the important meal of the day, but breakfast doesn't have to be bananas. Figuratively. Here's how to take your mornings from chaos to calm. Deciding on the basics. I'm going to eat my first meal, what, when, and where. Breakfast for you could cool. Focus on where your first meal of the day will be. That could be for people who work. Do you want to eat at home or do you want to go to your desk and work? A lot of teachers, they may eat at their early prep time. All depends when you want to fit it in and what works best. Like if you're not hungry in the morning, some people just need to have that cup of coffee or their Proffee. Proffee is always a good breakfast too because it's high in protein, has that caffeine boost. I don't like coffee, but I know a lot of people do. So you have to decide when you want to have that breakfast. I like to have breakfast at home. Some people don't have time. They don't have time. So I get eating in the car, eating at work. It happens. Make a plan. I want to eat blank and use how many points. I'll shop for the ingredients when. So it's basically making a plan to figure out what you want to eat. It's basically kind of meal planning. What you want to eat and how many points. Like I like to have breakfast under 7 points. 7 is my max for breakfast. Dinner sometimes can go between 12 and 15 max. Lunch is usually around 5. Because lunch is usually always has some kind of salad in it, whether it's a salad and a wrap or there's chips, and those chips are really low in points that I have. 2-3 points a bag is not going to make or break anything. So usually come between, like I said, and then if there's little snacks, weekly points will pick those up. Sure, you can't stick with classic eggs and oatmeal, but even dinner leftovers are a fair game. Yeah, breakfast doesn't have to be pancakes and eggs. Whatever you enjoy eating is what you eat. Like, don't oh, you shouldn't eat that for breakfast. Eat what you like. Do I not say that all the time? Eat what you like. Don't eat it because it's low in point. Prep your meal. I'll get my ingredients together when and cook it when. Sometimes the night before you might have to get something together. When I have overnight oats, that has to get prepped the night before. It has to sit overnight. One of my favorite breakfasts. I have a million different versions. Well, I should say a million. I have loads of different versions of overnight oats because I love them. They are so delicious, but not everybody likes it. You also can heat up your overnight oats if you don't like it cold, but I love cold overnight oats. Let's dive deeper. If the only things on the breakfast menu at your house tend to be coffee with a side of chaos, mornings might feel rushed at best. At work, at the worst, and at worst, like an alarm that is starting to go off for a 10K sprint. Or maybe you wake up famished to grab whatever and use more points than intended. That's where a little planning and strategic prep come in hand. I definitely go to bed thinking of what I'm going to have for breakfast. I do. I talk about, I have a rotation of breakfast that I love. Avocado toast, French toast, oat bakes, overnight oats, eggs of any kind, egg sandwich, Kodiak mix. Now, Kodiak can go from pancake muffins, pancakes, or waffles. So right there, that's off the top of my head, I just came up with almost 10 breakfasts like that. And you can change up your breakfast sandwiches depending on, you want to make a veggie scramble in a breakfast sandwich, you want to change up your Canadian bacon to a turkey sausage. You could put cheese, not cheese. That thing can morph into many different things. You know, I make a fantastic, we were talking about at the meeting today, a cream of wheat loaf. It's cream of wheat in a loaf pan. Like, it's so good. You could have that at work. You could have it in the car as you're driving. It's a pretty substantial loaf. So there's different things that you need to, but I like to think, like, I'm in bed, I'm going to bed. That's how you relax. What am I going to have for breakfast? Well, I've already thought of the oats because it's already been made. But yeah, I think about, right before I'm going to go to bed usually, what am I going to make? What do I want? What do I feel like? You know, now I'm into the French toast bakes and the oat bakes because it's winter. Like, you want the warm breakfasts, but Monday's always overnight oats. That's my day, and I've done that for the last, it's been like a year or two now. That sometimes I do 2 days a week, but it's definitely Mondays or overnight oats, and it's dependent on what flavor, what protein flavor I want. Do I want pumpkin? Because I have pumpkin, I have peanut butter chocolate, I have caramel, I have vanilla. What do I want to put in there? It's like, and then you just kind of go from there, and it's just, and then look how excited I'm getting about food, and that's what I want for you. I want you to sit there and think of that food and go, ooh, yeah, because your food should make you excited. And if it's not, therein lies half of the problem. You're eating diet food, and who gets excited about that? Yeah, I'm having, no, I want you to be like, oh, that's what I want. I want to see that spark of, yes, I want to eat that. So that's what I talk about here on my channel. That's my channel. That's why the recipes I make are always, people say, oh my God, because that's the way I want to eat. And lose it like you're going to live it. You can't live on a diet one day and then think it's just going to last, because it doesn't. Diet mentality doesn't take you very far, and you can't live like that. You can't sustain that. You'll be on this roller coaster. And there's always a roller coaster of a couple pounds on maintenance. But if you have this significant amount that you can't get off, you're just not doing it correctly. Not hungry in the morning? No biggie. Research suggests skipping breakfast won't necessarily help or hamper your weight loss efforts, nor will eating it. But for those who want to level up or start a new routine, prep when it works for you and choose foods that excite you. I did not read this. This will make it feel easier and to fit in nutritious meals into your schedule, and it can help you set a healthy tone for the day, which you could have a positive ripple effect on other parts of your journey. It does. It does. When you're sitting there and you're excited, you want to continue the excitement, and it has to start with a spark. So I'm hoping breakfast sparks you. At the end of the video, I will leave some breakfast videos, if I remember. I don't know if I have a playlist. I'll have to see if I have a playlist. But you should check out the Cook with D's. I have a million cooking videos, different, easy, and my recipes are simple. They're basic and they're quick. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not spending half an hour in the kitchen. And a lot of them are one and done. I like a little, I don't have any here, do I? The little mini loaf pans that Dollar Tree's having for the season. It's a little 5.5 by 3.5 loaf pan, ceramic. I make everything in that. Oat bakes, French toast bakes. It comes out for one person. Now, if you have you and your husband, you can make 2 of them. But a lot of us, some of us have families, a lot of us don't, that seem to watch. So I like to do that because I'm always eating breakfast by myself because everybody's out. Steve's already at work. The boys, either they're not up yet or they're at work already. So normally when I'm having breakfast, I'm by myself. So I'm only making breakfast for me anyway. And I always find that making things like those bakes are really nice, but do I want to have it more than once a week? I've learned that I don't enjoy it. I don't. But I will tell you, the Pound Dropper pumpkin oat bake that I made, will be on meal prep tomorrow. I could cut a serving of that in half and have it as an afternoon snack, like a cold oat bar. That's how I do stuff. But again, you got to find your groove. But I want you to be excited for breakfast. All right, put your hands up. I want your hands up. I pledge. I will look into better breakfasts. I will be excited to eat breakfast, because if you're not excited to eat breakfast, and to me, breakfast might not be the most important meal of the day for some people, but it sets the tone if you're a breakfast person. The first meal of the day may not be breakfast, but it sets the tone for your day, for your week. There's people out there that intermittently fast. I am not one of those people. I tried it. It just doesn't work for me. I get too hungry. And hungry Denise makes bad choices. And I also feel like, am I going to live the rest of my life like that? I'm not. So why am I trying there's no quick fix. Let's put that out there. There's nothing that you're going to do that's going to, yeah, you might lose weight, but can you keep it off? Losing weight is one thing. Maintaining it is a whole other animal. And that's what I'm trying to help you. And this is what my channel is really for, to showing you different methods to keep it that way. We've worked hard. We've worked hard. And we're badass. Speaking of badass, look what Weight Watchers had at their meeting. Badass bracelet. I bought the Worth It bracelet there a few weeks ago, and the Believe was sent to me by a lovely subscriber. But badass. I had to have this. Why? Because we're all badass. We work hard on our journeys. We absolutely do. And we're badass. And don't let anybody sit there and tell you, oh, just get off the table, put it away, walk away. Yeah. If only. If only. We are all badass people. Let me look at that. Look at that. Badass. I love this. And it's so cute. Look at the pretty colors. A little bit. I had to have this. Because you know what? That's how I feel. I feel badass. I am really pumped. I've been pumped for the last couple of weeks. And I like it. I like this mindset. And this mindset has to stay because we have some poundage to get off. We only have about, I think, 8 pounds to get off. So I'm looking at the end. I'm looking at the end game because I'm going to get there. I'm hoping to get there before the end of the year. Don't know if that's going to happen because that's a lot of weight for me to lose. So just not. It is. When you're at near your goal like this, you can't drop 8 pounds like it's nobody's business. It's hard. The last 10 pounds took me 6 to 8 months last time. So, but I'm in a better mindset, and that's where we need to start. So that is it. I could talk forever about this. I really can. But we're going to end it here. So thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, these WW topics, let me know with a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, that red box, that helps out my channel. If you're subscribed, it doesn't cost you anything. You just have to have a YouTube account. I get a lot of people don't want to have an account, but it's just an email. So once you put your email in there and you can subscribe to all your favorite channels. And when you do that, they come up on your feed so that when I upload, you'll see them. Just uploaded a video and, subscribe to all your fun channels. And it helps me out just by it helps out the algorithm. So does thumbs up and so does comments. And I mentioned to somebody today, and I thought I'll just say it again today. She said something about ads. We here as YouTube creators, there's an ad that you see. You don't have to hit the ad, but if you let the ad run, it'll say skip me. But if you don't skip it and you let it run, content creators like myself, they give us a little bit of kickback. Not a lot. It's like micro pennies. But micro pennies add up when you have enough people watching. So if you let my ads run, that helps out my channel, helps out my lifestyle. So helps me bring content to you. So I appreciate that. Again, you don't have to click them and say, buy anything. No, you just have to let them run. And I always say, I go to the bathroom for my favorite YouTubers. When I'm watching them, I go to the bathroom and let the ads run because I know that's how they get their revenue. So I appreciate that. YouTube appreciates that, but I mostly appreciate it. Like I said, subscribing, thumbs upping, and comments. Comments. Love when you guys comment. So comment below, how did your week go? Did you gain? Did you lose? How was your attitude? What did you think of this topic? What do you think about breakfast? I love breakfast. So I do a lot of breakfast meal preps. So, I'm all about breakfast. Sorry, not sorry, but I do. I love breakfast is probably my favorite meal. I like it better than dinner. It's just because it's always super duper point friendly and super duper decadent and delicious. So I absolutely love breakfast. So breakfast is dear to my heart. So if you ever have any questions, you can find me at dishwithdee@yahoo.com. You also can join our Facebook group, Dish with Dee's Crew. We've had a humongous influx. So come join us there. We have questions, Weight Watcher changes. Honestly, I'm going to throw this in here now. I don't think they're going to come anytime soon. Based on what I'm hearing, they're doing pilot programs, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen in another month. So if you're on that, my advice would be, I don't think it's going to happen in a month. I don't think it's going to happen in 2 months. I don't have any intel right now, but based on what I'm hearing, I don't think we're going to see any big changes that we're looking for anytime in the near future. But then again, I don't know everything. I don't. But that's just my opinion. So thanks again for watching. We will dish another day. Meal prep will be up tomorrow. It's going to be a simple, dimple one. So you want to catch that. Thank you for watching. And we will, I think I already said that. Take care, my lovelies.